We are talking about intimacy in marriage. Intimacy in marriage. What is intimacy? Intimacy, another word for intimacy is closeness in marriage. Another word for intimacy is what? Closeness in marriage. Closeness in marriage. Now listen, there is one area in life you must always keep in check. Listen to my words. There is one area in life. There may be other areas, but the area of intimacy and closeness in marriage is one area in marriage you must keep in check. Did you hear me now? You must what? Keep in check. You must always go back, go front, go back. You must always go through it and check it if it is still intact. Intimacy, closeness in marriage, your relationship, your closeness, the closeness of a woman and a husband, you must always keep it in check. You must what? Always keep it what? In check. You must always keep it in check. You must always try to overhaul it, look at it very well. Once in a while, you go back to it and you sit down and consider: do I still have this intimacy, this strong intimacy with my wife? Do I still have this intimacy with my husband? Is there still this intimacy, this closeness? Many people are married, but they are not married. Many people are living together, but they are just neighbors. Many people are living together, but they are principal and student. You know, principal and student, where the principal is the autocrat and the student must take over. Your relationship, the intimacy between you and your spouse is something you must always what? Keep in check. Intimacy in marriage. A marriage where there is no intimacy, everything becomes a problem. A marriage where there is no intimacy, sex will no longer become something that helps, that renews and revives love. Intimacy. Now listen, intimacy, there are different areas where intimacy, you look at closeness in the close relationship of spouse in different dimensions, in 4 major different dimensions in your emotional life. That area you must look at it. How close are you to your spouse emotionally? How close are you? Okay, I think let me use the word closeness now. How close, how intimate are you to your wife, to your spouse emotionally? How close, how intimate are you to your spouse physically? How intimate, how close are you to your spouse mentally? How close are you to them spiritually? Intimacy. If the love in marriage, if you will keep smiling in marriage, you must be intimate. You must learn to develop intimacy in these 4 different dimensions I talked about. You must learn to develop intimacy in these 4 different dimensions I talked about. Emotionally, mentally, physically, and spiritually. There are people that even if you don't have any, you must have at least 3. You should be more closer to your spouse than any other person. You should be more closer to them than any other thing. This is a character we must learn to develop. This is what a character you must learn to develop. If they ask your spouse, for instance, this question is the best way to know how intimate you are with your spouse. If your spouse is going through challenges, who do you think is the first person they will tell things? Okay, let's ask the question in this other dimension. Take for instance, your spouse is going through some spiritual challenges. Who do you think Who do you think is the first person they will talk with? If you are not the one, you have failed in that area. If you are not the one, you have failed in that area. If your spouse is going through some physical challenges, if your spouse look at themselves and begin to say they are no more beautiful, if they begin to look at them on a low esteem and begin to look at them as if they worth nothing else, and if they look at themselves like that, who do you think is the first person they will complain to? Are you the one? Who? If you are not the one and you are married, you have failed. You have what? You have failed. I've talked about spiritually now. If take for instance, okay, let's talk about emotionally now. In the emotional life of your spouse, in the emotional life, take for instance, your wife is going through her period. I'm trying to use that one now. Your wife is going through her period and she's feeling so bad. She's feeling so down. She's feeling so negative. She's feeling as if she wants nothing. In her emotional life, in the emotional life of your husband, when he begins to look at himself and begin to feel, I think I don't know. I just feel I am not worth it. I am not worth it. I'm not worth to be a man. I'm not worthy to be a man. When in their emotional life, who do you think they can rely on? Is it you? If it is not you, you have failed in that area. You have failed mentally. Will they talk to you first? This is a lifestyle in marriage. Every married couples must learn to develop. You must learn as a spouse, whether directly or indirectly, to gain strong intimacy with your spouse. Whether they give you the opportunity or not, you must learn as a spouse to gain strong intimacy with your spouse. Yes. A marriage where there is no closeness, you don't smell alike, you don't have the same language, you don't talk alike, you don't do things together, there is no intimacy. The only thing you people know is that we are married and we have children, and you say that is happy marriage. That's not happy marriage. Having children in a marriage does not say happy marriage. It's just like telling you that the fact that you have a farm full of flowers does not mean that you have a good farm. Because that farm, if you did not work the environment, very soon fire is coming to kill all those kill all those flowers. Intimacy in marriage. Intimacy in marriage. Now I'm going to talk about some killers of intimacy. Killers of what? Intimacy. Killers of intimacy. One of the killers of intimacy is not wearing ring. You see ring? You see ring? You see ring? Not wearing ring is one of the killer of intimacy. Listen, before I get into that, listen everybody. Intimacy is a feeling. Probably I have not told you. Intimacy is what? A feeling you have. A feeling of closeness. A feeling of bond. A feeling of what? Of bond. A feeling of closeness. A feeling you have that tells you I am taken. A feeling of bond. A feeling of what? Of bond. Inseparable bond. And I said one of the killer of intimacy is not wearing the ring. Listen. I've cancelled people that write me. Some tell me that their husband have not paid their bride price. That's why they can never operate in fullness as a wife, that their husband have not paid their bride price. That's why they can never operate 100% as a wife. They can never give their husband on that 100% love and respect as a wife. See, ring is a killer, is either a builder of intimacy or a killer of intimacy. When people wear ring, it means it is not just jewelry. It is not just an asset for savings. Many people buy ring and with a different amount in order to save money. They buy ring, it's a very expensive gold and all that, diamond and all that in order to save. But it is far beyond that. Ring is one of the key of intimacy in marriage. Ring is one of the keys of intimacy. That's why before you get married, he brings the ring and say, will you marry me? What is it trying to say? Will you get into intimate bond with me? Will you what? Get into intimate bond with me? Intimacy. Ring is not just he has given me a ring. It's not just that kind of how will I flash which we see it to be. It is a key of intimacy. That's why have you seen people when their spouse is not putting on ring, they feel somehow, they feel that there is no, it's as if only one side. How will I put it now? How will I make you understand this now? It's as if when you are driving a car that on the front seat there is only the driver's seat, or probably there is only one seat. The person putting on ring feels as if him or her is the person driving the marriage. Anybody putting on ring and the spouse is not putting on ring, the one putting on ring feel as if they are the one driving the marriage. Ring is the key, is one of the keys of intimacy in marriage. You don't feel it. You know one thing with intimacy and closeness in marriage, consciously, unconsciously you destroy it, and consciously, unconsciously you build it. Listen, intimacy and closeness in marriage, I told you that closeness in marriage does not actually mean that two of you are sitting together. Two of you can be sitting together as husband and wife on the same chair, but you are not together, you are not close. Yes. You can be lying down on the same bed, yet you are missing your spouse. You can be in the same car, but yet you are not close. You can be in the same house, yet you are not close. There is no intimacy. You can be some happy couples, but yet that feeling of bond is not there. Listen, the fact that you smile together doesn't mean you are close. Listen, the fact that you people still you eat together doesn't mean that your heart is close together. This is an area I'm talking about. That depth of closeness that is inseparable. That depth of closeness between you, it is an extraction of bond. That closeness that is no longer called closeness but referred to as a bond, an inseparable bond. Yes, that's what is called intimacy. That is what is called what? Intimacy. When you put on a ring, you enter into some levels of intimacy. Mark my words. When you put on a ring, you enter into some levels of intimacy. Does not mean that ring gives you 100% intimacy. No. You enter into some levels of what? Intimacy. You enter into some levels of intimacy. Okay? Ring When you see people that don't put on ring, the level on the side of their spouse that is putting on ring, something is lacking. Something is what is lacking. Intimacy. Another killer of intimacy. Everybody will shout now. Telephone. Digital killer. Killer of intimacy. Telephone, social media, your laptops. Listen, over seriousness, over commitment to some certain things is a killer of intimacy in marriage. Over commitment, you see people, they are committed to their work. It's not bad. Being committed to your job is not bad. But over commitment is a killer of intimacy. Over commitment to anything in the expense of your marriage is a killer of intimacy. That's why you can see pastors that are great pastors but are not great husbands. Yes. You see ministers that are great ministers. If they pray for you, the sick is healed, but yet they are not great husbands. Yes. And when the woman complains, so many members will say, this woman is a married woman. You want to kill the anointing of the man of God. No. Intimacy is needed in marriage. Over commitment. Commitment is good, but over commitment in any area in the expense of your marriage is a killer of intimacy. Very soon, you will marry that thing. Very soon. Very soon. Over commitment. You will go to your working place. After you will take 8 hours at work, yet you will come back home. You are still on the same job. You are making calls and making calls. No, waiting. No time for your wife. No time for your children. No time for your wife. No time for your children. Listen. Intimacy is not just a closeness between you and your wife. Your children need intimacy. Children need, that is an area men fail. Our fathers fail and men are failing today. You are asking me why children love their mother more than their fathers. You know why? The mothers are more intimate than the men. Men just believe their own is that wrong mentality that men have, that we have generally. I am a man. Their wrong mentality that your own is to go to the work and bring the money. The wife is to take care of it. Yes, the woman is to take care. That's why she's more intimate with the children more than you. And you're asking why the children love their mother more than the father. And you are a man, you are watching me now, you love your mother more than your father, and yet you are not correcting it in your marriage. You see the problem? You are not correcting it in your own marriage. The same mistake your father did is what you are still doing. You don't know. You think your own is just to make money. Make money is good. You want to build this house for your children. You want to buy this car. Very soon, that the plan of that your house will expire. When they grow up, they will sell that house and use it to do other things. You are buying a car, you are buying a G-Wagon for your child that cannot drive. No intimacy. You can give them money, but they need intimacy. What they need more is not money, but intimacy. It's what? Intimacy. That's why when you see all those women, they will get married. They say any man that don't have money is not worthy to be a man. When they get married to the man, they begin to cry for intimacy. They begin to what? Cry for intimacy. Intimacy, closeness. It is not just the closeness of sitting in the same sitting room. It's not just the closeness of sitting in the same room. The closeness of the feelings. Communication of the house. That's why my wife, when she's telling me, she said, when she wants to talk, I must look her in the eyes. I said, my sister, that one, we need to learn it. I need to learn. And you look in the eyes, it means commitment. Because Because you can be with me, but you are not with me. Commitment. Look me in the eyes to make sure you are not distracted. Look me in the eyes. Intimacy. Digital killer. Digital what? Killer. Telephone. Some women can make 2 hours call. 2 hours. 2 hours call. They are making 2 hours call. 2 hours talking. Who are they talking with? They just came back from work. They are calling a colleague at work from the working place. Some women can make calls. And your husband, you are saying your husband is jealous. He is suspecting that you are cheating. No, how will he not suspect? When you close from work, yet you are calling a colleague from the working place and not a female, a male. You are talking, you are laughing. You are laughing. 2 hours, they are talking. What are you talking? 2 hours. You close from the working place instead of you to come home. Your husband that wants to have time. Instead of you think it's only women that need time. No, you think it's only women that quest for time. You think men don't need time. She will be on call. So many women will be on Facebook. This one is vice versa, men and women. Facebook, watching nonsense, will be on Facebook, and that's how they will be there. Look, God have mercy. No time for your spouse. Even when they say they are with their spouse, telephone is there. When they say they are with their wife, they are with their husband, telephone is at the corner. Intimacy, closeness. I've told you, closeness, intimacy is not sitting together. Let me use this out. When we say, how do you rub mind together? When they use the word let us rub mind, it does not mean let us talk. You can be talking, but your minds are not being rubbed together. Intimacy. Telephone is a killer of intimacy in marriage. Telephone, Facebook, Instagram. My followers. Your own is now to make your followers happy than your marriage. My followers on Instagram. What about your marriage? Your follower in your marriage is important than your followers on Instagram. Your followers in your marriage is important than those people that are liking your videos and pictures on Facebook. Your follower in your spouse is more important. Your spouse is more important. Some men will be on Facebook. The thing about men is this: when they go on Facebook, they don't watch anything. No, their own is just to be watching all those nonsense pictures those girls are posting. Those nonsense pictures. She's just my friend, nothing else we know. We know she's just your friend, but the picture she is posting on her page, on her profile, is not conducive for your emotional life in that marriage. You are married, you are taking. Stop it. You have a friend, a friend on Facebook. She's always posting nonsense picture, doing her tongue like dog. Block them, unfollow them. Intimacy. Your marriage is more important than any other thing on earth. I'm telling you, your marriage is more important. The sound health of your marriage is more important than anything on earth. You see women that they will look front, they will look back, because their husband is not there. They will bring their clothes, your clothes that the tailor have cut halfway. They will still bring it down and put hand there. They will snap. Who are you setting trap for now? And you see all those men that are many men on Facebook. They are zombie. You know zombie. Hey, follow, and those girls now, their pictures on Facebook is not a trap. All those zombie men on Facebook, they will be what? The open mat watching pictures. You see a man that doesn't open mat naturally, but because of picture, open mat is watching picture. Concentrate. That's why he failed Jambo. That's why he failed in school. Concentrate in school, he did not concentrate. Face your book in school, he did not face that one. He faced book on Facebook. Social media, Facebook, that one he faced. That's why he failed Jambo. That's why he did not continue in university. God have mercy upon us. Intimacy. Facebook, all this digital stuff. All this digital stuff has taken the joy of so many marriages. Do you know back in the days, our children, back in the days, when they want to play, they will go outside and play with their friend. But these days, no. Tell your son, Junior, go and play with your friend. He said, no, mama, I have to play with my tablet. Mistakenly, as we are talking now, give your spouse does she have internet? Does he have internet? Yes. Just give them 30 minutes, turn away your eyes. The next thing you will see is telephone. The next thing you see, you will start looking for what is not looking for him. May God deliver also. You will start looking for what is not looking for him. Intimacy. Digital killer of intimacy. So many marriages are having issues now because of telephone and Facebook. Instagram. Many people are my followers. Who is following you? My follower. Because of your followers, your marriage must destroy. And many people make this mistake of carrying their marriage issues and begin to share it with their follower. They call it, is it blog or the whatever nonsense they call it. Your marriage issue. My husband, what do you think about what my husband did today? Ewu merije, mpama, mumu. What do you think about what my husband did today? My husband, did this. And nonsense people that their knowledge about marriage is on their leg. They are matching it. Their brain, they think from their leg. They think from their anus are replying. And he said, I trust my followers. Mpama. Who do you this thing? Many get, the joy of my followers is my joy. You are not supposed to get married at all. You are not supposed to get married at all. Intimacy in marriage is one of the strengths of marriage. Intimacy in marriage is one of the strengths of marriage. Show me a marriage that has strong intimacy with each other, and I will show you a marriage that will stumble and stand. Hear me? What did I say? Show me a marriage that has strong intimacy in these 4 areas: emotionally, mentally, physically, spiritually. Show me a marriage that has strong bond, and I will show you a marriage that will stumble and stand. Did you hear my word? Stumble and stand. Because I use the word stumble because challenges will come, tough times will come, but with the intimacy they have with each other, they will stumble and they will stand. Intimacy is very, very important in marriage. Digital killer of intimacy. Another killer of intimacy should I tell you this one? Another killer of intimacy. Do you want to hear it? Children. Did you hear this? Another killer of intimacy. Do you want to hear it? Children. Children. Have you heard this issue where that some people tell you, when before we got married, before the children began to come, we used to love our children, we used to love ourselves, we used to be very, very close, but once the children started coming, things begin to separate us. Have you seen cases where some people will say they don't want children because why? They want to maintain their intimacy. Because they believe once children begins to come, the love and attentions begin to divert. Children, unknown to you, children can, if not properly handled, destroy marriage. Hear this. You will not understand this. Probably you may not have heard this before. Children, if not properly handled, parenting, yes, parenting, hear this, parenting, the ability of training your child and bringing up your child and nurturing your child and making your child gain everything necessary in order for them to be an adult and be sound. Parenting, if not properly done, can destroy marriage. Can what? Destroy marriage. Children, if not properly handled and taken care of in equilibrium, can destroy marriage. Experience 25 verse 26. You see that time when you begin to hear this. You know, one thing, we do things and we don't know the meaning of it. Let me use that word generally. We do things and we don't know the meaning of it. You see, men, that time when any man wants to enter into Jerusalem ministration and the child is coming, and the man, whether the child fall or not fall, he just push the child. Have you experienced such a thing? The man has understood that this child is trying to fight my intimacy, my ministration and enjoyment right now, and it shouldn't come. Yes. Hear this. You see that time when you are having good time with your wife and the children will come and your child will come and stay at the middle. Be wise. Be what? Be wise. You know one thing in marriage and parenting that most women don't understand, because it is women that take this parenting to a peak that it either destroys this marriage, destroys the way their husband feel or builds it. This area we talk to women. This area I will talk to women. As a woman, the way you go on with parenting, I think it can some men also do it. The way you go on with parenting can either destroy your marriage or build it. Yes. If you are so much focused on the children, you will never be focused on your spouse. You may think, I know I still love my spouse. We know, but there's no more intimacy. If any small thing is about the children, every small thing is about the children, very soon the love of your husband, your husband will just look for another thing to be busy with. No more intimacy. That's why I told you the key of parenting, how to go on with parenting and maintain equilibrium in intimacy, in giving that intimacy to children and your spouse. Yes, men feel it. And hear this women. I don't know how to tell you this. A man to a man, hear this again, to a man, whether they take it, whether they accept it or not, you are their mother. Whether their mother is alive or not, to a man, this is an aspect that many will not accept. But to a man, you see, the way you are a mother to that child, you are still a mother to him. Yes. Yes. To a man, there is one area from the beginning of creation that didn't change. That taking care of a man didn't change you. Yes. In the beginning, before the fall of the woman, God made the woman to take care of the man. Hear this now. Hear this. The Bible said the woman is the helper to the man. Meaning that when he can't help himself, you have to take care of him. You see that area, it didn't change. It didn't change. Yes. That area didn't change. And many men will not accept it. But indirectly, they are grieving for that thing that you should take care of them. You see them, when they put mouth for breast, they suck like Junior. Yes. Yes. Sometimes they are 55 years old and you are younger than them, yet they put their head on your pillow pro. Yes. And on the bed there are two types of pillow: the pillow from mattress and the pillow from the chest. The pillow from the mattress is pillow, the pillow from the chest is pillow pro. When they put their head on your pillow pro and you hold them, they are looking for care. They are what? Looking for care. Don't think your spouse, we have been married for 20 years now, I should take care of the children and my husband understand. He doesn't understand. Yeah, we have been married for this one. As a man, I want to take my children. I take my children to a fast food where we get things, and your wife is at home. Man, you are killing your marriage. Intimacy, parenting. If parenting is not properly handled, it can kill intimacy in marriage. Yes. It can what? It's a killer of intimacy in marriage. Another thing that kills intimacy in marriage: watching of pornography. It's a killer of intimacy. You know why? When you watch pornography, most people say, we watch pornography, me and my spouse, in order to arouse our sexual life. No, that's not what is happening. Because what you don't understand is what is going through in the mind of your spouse. What is running in the mind of your spouse is what you don't understand. What you don't understand is how your spouse is reacting to the pornography she watched. That the both of you watched in their mind, in their spirit. Yes. It is a killer of intimacy. How? When your spouse begin to watch pornography, they begin to admire that mirage woman more than the real woman at home. When your spouse begin to watch pornography, they begin to the picture of that mirage woman begin to run in their head regularly. They begin to imagine the woman in their head, and they begin to imagine the man in their head. They begin to imagine so many things in their head. Sometimes they may even prefer that mirage woman, that mirage man more than you, yet the both of you are together. They are pretending that everything is well. Nothing is well. You people are already inside the well. You think everything is well? No, nothing is well. It's just that the two of you are inside the well and you are not seeing it. Yes. Everything is well. You know one thing in marriage I hate? This pretends that everything is well. No, tell me the truth. What is hurting you? This is one thing, another area you should put into consideration. Try to know what is hurting your spouse that they are not telling you. Yes. Yeah. And And you know one thing, why people hardly get into intimacy, in communication, they feel vulnerable. They feel what? They feel vulnerable. They feel they can be hurt when they open themselves so wide to you, when they open their hearts so wide to you, so that you can read them a system by system, step by step, so that you can see everything about them. They feel you will hurt them in the future. They feel vulnerable. They feel vulnerable. Intimacy. In marriage, intimacy. It's very, very important. It's very, very important. Pornography is a killer of intimacy. Stop pretense. Stop what? Stop pretense. I know I tell you guys, I say I don't like a divorce. In this platform I say no to divorce. But the truth is this. The truth is this. If the both of you must stay together, you must be able to accept the truth each other tell. You know one thing in marriage is that we fail to accept the truth. When your spouse is telling you the truth, we fail to accept it. Intimacy. In marriage, build intimacy spiritually, build intimacy physically, build intimacy mentally, build intimacy, emotionally, build intimacy. If your spouse can tell an outsider something, instead of telling you, meaning you are failing in building intimacy. Listen, intimacy, having intimacy with your spouse is not what your spouse will do to you. You are to when one directly or indirectly build that intimacy. Make them feel they can trust you. Make them feel that in your life. Listen, make them feel that they can trust you in every dimension. In every dimension. Intimacy in marriage. Another killer of intimacy, negative friends. Negative what? Negative friends. I think that one is very popular. Negative friends. Negative friends. When you take more time with your friends than your spouse, you are heading to doom. Yes. When you have more time with your friends than your wife, than your husband, you are heading to doom. Yes. You are heading to doom. You are heading. You know one thing, when you see people that say, I feel the marriage cannot work again. It didn't start that day. It didn't start. It has stayed, it started. Permit me to use that language. It has stayed, it started. Okay? It has stayed, it started. When you see people say, I think this marriage cannot work again. It has stayed, they have been nurturing it. It is long they have been seeing things, they have been gathering things and things that they have never been able to share and probably resolve. They have been gathering it. It is long, it started, it has stayed. It has what? It has stayed. It started. You need to be able in marriage to be able to clear every corner. Don't believe everything is well. Everything is not well. Hear this. Everything is not well. Don't believe everything is well. Don't believe I give my wife money and she's okay. She's not okay. Don't believe I cook my food and I'm a good woman and that's all. No, it is not okay. It is not okay. Things are wrong. If you go deeper, you will discover there are things. You know one thing with men to these days we feel it's only women that are oppressed in marriage. You know when women are quick to telling out their problems and sharing, but men don't talk. And they are dying inside. Men don't talk. A woman is quick to tell you, the way you talk to me is not good. But a man now feels, if I start telling you now, it will not look as if I am now a woman. It will not look as if I am now a woman. Yeah. All is not well. Don't feel all is well. Always go for overhauling in marriage. Always go for overhauling in marriage. If you sit down with a marriage counselor, husband and wife, by that time you will know as a wife that there are things you are doing that you think are right that your husband has been crying about. Men are strong people. How are they strong? They are strong in keeping their emotions. Women hardly keep it. Women are easily letting go. But men, you think you are the only person crying about the marriage. He's crying more than you. Intimacy in marriage. Intimacy in marriage. Now, listen, we have talked about some killers of intimacy. Let us talk about the most important area about this teaching is how to build intimacy. How to re-establish intimacy with your wife, with your spouse. This is the most important area in this teaching. How to re-establish intimacy with your spouse. Yes. How to re-establish relationship in marriage. Number one, avoid overcommitment. That one is very simple. Avoid what? Overcommitment. Know when it is time for work and when it is time for family. When you are at home, know it is for family. And if you must do aside any other thing that at home that is not supposed to be from the home, you must take permission from your family. Yes, you must talk about it. Avoid overcommitment. Yes. Is it church activities? Avoid overcommitment. Commitment is good, but overcommitment is not good. A particular man of God, a great man of God, he always goes to the church. He's always committed in the things of God. He's always committed to the church and the members. He's always committed. He's a great minister of God, believe you me. He's a great minister of God. One day God called him, my son. He said, Baba, you know very soon I will take the church from you. Hey! Kiloshe, Baba, wait here happen. Yes. Well, very soon I will take the church from you. You know why? The first church every minister has is your marriage. You are a pastor, you are an evangelist, are you a bishop? Your first church is your marriage, is your home. If your home is not sound, forget about outside. Forget about what? Outside. Put your home in order. Then you can feast outside. Yes. You can be feasting outside when your home. Listen, let me tell us this one. If you feast other people's homes, where will you sleep at the end of the job? If you feast other people's homes, take for instance, I said this earlier, I said appreciate my wife. If I can't come here and I'm feasting your home and my wife is angry about me, God forbid bad thing. That canceling catch fire. Yes. If I'm talking now and I discover my wife is not happy, I shut down this video now and I go back and we settle our ministry one-on-one. That's how it works. That's how it works. And even if I should continue, I must apologize. Yes. If I'm making a call, for instance, and I know my wife is not happy about, I cut that call immediately. Yes. That's how it builds intimacy. It makes them feel they are acknowledged. It makes them what? Feel they are acknowledged. You see, as once a while, I come here sometimes, I talk about my wife. It makes her feel, you know, she will not talk about it or she will not tell me that, but I know. It makes her feel this sense of acceptance, sense of value. You are where you are. You can never appreciate your wife. Who do you this thing? It makes them feel sense of value. When you go where you are, appreciate your spouse. Whether they are there, whether they are not there, appreciate them. It makes them feel, have this sense of value. Yes. Yeah, it doesn't make you stupid. To those that are watching you, some foolish will call you woman rapper, woman man trouser. But to the wise, they will see you as a real man. Yes. I just said that in the corner, but my major topic thing is overcommitment. Avoid it. Avoid overcommitment. Overcommitment. Are you married? To your family, avoid overcommitment. Are you married? To your family, did I say abandon your family? No. Did I say, listen, there is one thing to give your family attention and another thing is to give them commitment, to be committed to them. I didn't say not be committed, be committed. I didn't say don't give them attention. Give them attention, increase the attention, be committed to your family, but don't be over committed. Don't be what? Over committed. To your job. You know, over commitment, you are committed. You know one thing, you can be committed in your job and not be over committed, yet you will be successful. People feel it is when they are over committed that they are successful. No. You don't want to gain one side and lose another side. You are making the money because you need happy home. You don't want to make the money and lose your family. You don't want to make the money and lose happy home. Avoid what? Overcommitment. In every area, avoid overcommitment. As a pastor, avoid overcommitment. On Monday you are in the church, on Tuesday you are in the church, on Wednesday you are in the church, on Friday you are in the church, on Thursday you are in the church, on Friday you are in the church, on Saturday on the church, on Sunday you sleep in the church. For waiting now. They build the house because of you. Are you the only called pastor? With due respect. With due respect. It is 12 midnight. They call you, man of God, please pray for me. My sister, don't worry, pray. The Lord is with you. Off the phone. Off the phone. Off the phone. You are on your phone. You are on the bed with your wife. Phone call. Come. Instead of you to, hello, please, I will talk with you tomorrow. Instead of you to end that call, you stand up from the bed. You go outside to make your call. You see your life. Who do you this thing? You see, that's why I need people on this platform to learn sound knowledge. What they are doing, they feel it is right, unknowing to them that what they are doing is wrong. You know, sometimes we do some certain things and we feel it is to the glory of God. Yes, to the glory of God. And God is telling you that, my son, wisdom is the principal thing. Wisdom is the principal thing. Yes. I love you. I love the church. We know. Yes. I love the church. But the joy of your marriage is paramount. It's much more important. Yes. Yes, sir. And do you know that if your marriage crashes, all those members, some of them will leave your church. You need your home. You need your home. You are committed, over committed to that job, they can still fire you. There is one place where you can never be fired, that is in your marriage. When it is happy, when it is sound. Your family to a large extent, hear this. Your family to a large extent can abandon you, but if you build a strong, intimate relationship with your wife and husband, they will not abandon you. Yes. Some people will say, some women are so devilish because there is no intimacy, because they don't have a platform to trust you. Yes. You see, some people will see my husband is there. My husband is not this. My husband is not telling me things because they don't trust you. They don't trust you. The last time they told you something, they heard it in the market square. Oh yes, so. The last time they told you something, they heard it outside. Yes. Okay. Avoid overcommitment. Another thing. Number 2, how to establish intimacy with your spouse. Number 2, how to establish intimacy with your spouse. Create your time spent together. Increase the time you spend together. You know one thing about marriage and how to re-establishing intimacy. You need to build a timetable. You know, in this life, if you don't plan, you plan to fail. Yes, this life, especially marriage, if you don't plan, you plan to fail. One thing, you are doing one thing and you are not doing another thing. He said that you are planning to succeed or you are planning to fail. Yes. Write down these things. Write down these things. Avoid the overcommitment. Overcommitment. Don't you know it's my sister? Don't you know it's my sister? For waiting now. For waiting because it's your sister, and then what? Don't you know it's my mother? It's my mother. Because of your mother, you are fighting your wife. Because of your mother, you are fighting your. Did I say you shouldn't be committed? No. But overcommitment will kill your marriage. It has killed so many. And you watching me now, you need to buy this wisdom. You need to what? You need to buy this wisdom. And he's just my church member. He's just my he's my worker, my co-worker at working place, in my working place. Yet you spend hours, not just co-worker, opposite sex, for waiting now. His mind is reading something. If you don't buy sense, yes, the fact that he's not telling you does not mean it is well. It is not well. You are in the well already. God bless you. Please let us send the stars. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. Let us send the stars and the Lord richly bless you. How to re-establish intimacy in marriage. How to re-establish closeness. Listen, I have told you, closeness, intimacy, or closeness is not just that you guys are sitting together. It is far beyond that. It is far beyond. You know that time when your chemistry is speaking. When your chemistry is speaking. Listen, there is this sexual life that builds intimacy. There is this sexual pattern, sex pattern that builds intimacy. Should I tell you? Missionary. You know missionary? This sex style that builds intimacy. Missionary. You know missionary? That one you call papa and mama, where the man light hand on top. That is called missionary. Missionary is a sexual style that builds intimacy. You know why? You know why? Because the clothes are off. Your skin, your body is touching each other. Your heat. That's why I told you that one of the things that builds love in marriage is when spouses sleep together. It has been proven to be a builder of intimacy. Yes, because that time when he's lying on top and skin is meeting to skin, not just skin or the John Thomas meeting to the lower dichotomy. No, not that one. That one is okay. Sex is a builder of intimacy, we know, but missionary has been proven to be a key, that a sexual style that increases intimacy. You feel your spouse. You what? You feel your spouse. God bless you. God bless you. Increase your time you spend together. Increase what? Your time you spend together. Even if you do 8 hours job and she does 8 hours job, and still you do part-time job and she does part-time job, even at that, increase the time you spend together. At the time you have break, communicate. Okay? Spend more time together than you are at work. Do you know that you can be at work, yet your heart, you are together with your spouse? Yes. Okay. Don't say when I'm at work it is work and I communicate more with my co-workers. No. You can be at work and you are still with your spouse. Yes. You can be at work and when you have break, you explain in details everything that have happened to your spouse. That's intimacy. You are building intimacy. You are building what? Intimacy. Another way to establish intimacy: put together a fun list. Fun. Have fun together. Have what? Fun together. Have fun together. Make a list. I think I'm going to look for a list of fun a spouse can do together. Make a list of fun you can do together. Do things together. Fun. Things that will make you laugh. Things that will make you, not every time seriousness. As a man, be funny in marriage. As a man, the man is the comedian, the wife is the laugher. As a man in marriage, be funny. They may not like it, but they will use it to remember you. When you travel for 3 months, they will remember your funny, your jokes, and they will laugh in your absence. Be funny, because you are building intimacy. Not every time you tight face like Goliath. Every time you tight face. Every time. I don't like jokes. With due respect. God bless you. God bless you. With due respect to, yes, for those that don't like jokes. I don't like jokes. I don't like jokes. You know, I don't like jokes. I don't like jokes. No, you must like jokes. Because jokes build intimacy. If you don't laugh, your face will wrinkle. You will get old very soon. Every time your face is like this, every time your face is like, very soon you will be older than you will be older than your father. Yes. Smile, laugh. When you laugh more, you release your muscles. When you what? When you laugh more, you release your muscles. But when you frown, you squeeze your muscles. Yes. You squeeze the muscles. Laugh. Smile. Watch jokes. Watch comedy together. Watch comedy, not preaching every time. And not every time preaching. No now. No, not preaching every time. Did I say not watch preaching? With due respect, I am, by the grace of God, I am into the ministry. But I'm not telling you to watch preaching every time. Every time. Even if you must watch preaching, there are jokes. Watch jokes, comedy, laugh. Laugh. Okay? Create fun list as couples. As a man, you are watching me, create it. Create it. There are fun lists that are not expensive. There are fun lists that are not expensive. Okay? Like going to the park together. Going to the park together. Jogging together. Strolling together. Every time must not be work. Don't be a workaholic. Don't be a workaholic. Every time must not be work. And you come back, I am so tired. I am so tired. But my wife said this one. Buy Ludo. What did she call itself? Oh no, I'll be waiting. Buy Ludo, play it with your wife. Play Ludo. Buy what? These ones are cheap. Buy what? Create a timetable. Buy what? Play what with your wife? Play what? It's not good for the children. Who tell you? All work, no play, make Jack a dull boy. Create a fun list. Things you can do together. The Lord bless you richly in Jesus' name. The next one is watch movies, watch TV programs together. Watch what? TV programs together. Yes. If your wife like home video, my brother like it. Don't be too spiritual. Don't be too spiritual. So many people are too spiritual. Good morning, Kapash, Kata, Kapalatso, Kata. Krukuntu, akrukuntu, krakanto, krakakoka. Oh, Kanda Kurukuta Kande. This movie is too kana. This comedy is not for child of God. See your life. Who do you this thing? Don't be too spiritual. Learn to balance it in marriage. Learn to what? In marriage. Learn to balance it. Watch comedy together. Watch movies together. Watch what? Movies together. Watch comedy together. Watch comedy together. Look for a comedy, a program that you and your spouse will watch together. If it is a program like this, watch it together. Every Sunday I am online. Every Sunday I am online. Every Sunday. By the grace of God, I'm looking forward to getting another phone that can be able to video, that can give good video quality. Then we'll start streaming on YouTube also. Okay? Watch programs together, laugh. That's why on this platform I try to make one or two jokes so that you will not be too serious. Yes, you need to watch programs that though you are learning, but you still laugh. Your nerves are relieved. Yes, not every time you tight your face. That's how you look like prayer point. You do your face like prayer point. Those die prayer point. Yes. When the last time your child look at you, he nearly shed blood of Jesus because of your face. You say you are a prayer warrior because you are always like this. Your neck is always almost going inside. Mama, can we go and play? Kwata. Kotoko. Mama, can we go and visit? My son. Be ye not unequally yoked with unbeliever. Who do you this thing? Be fun. Do things together. Do things together. Okay? Do things together. Play together. You know that time when as a man you think now this day it's only when you were in relationship you do those things. That's why I talk about how love changes over time in marriage. I told you I say many women are grieving from the primary the kindergarten type of love. Yes, if you didn't watch that video, go and watch it. I told you, I said many women are grieving for the kindergarten type of love because when many men get to their tertiary, that's how they are like ancestors. Many men, once they get to their tertiary, they become stationary. They are like ancestors. That's how they are. Anytime they come, they are waiting for sacrifice. Where is my food? They are like ancestors. They are like the gods. You don't need all that in marriage. Relax your nerves. Relax. Tell somebody relax. 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 It is not you are not trying to move a locomotive train. No. Everything is simple now. Relax. Relax your nerves. Relax. Be free. Play. Who have told you as a husband you can't play with your children? Who have told you that? Who have told you as a husband you can't once a while carry your wife on the back? Even if she is not like where one or two are gathered, carry one leg. Carry something. Yes, so even if your wife is not like Oceanic Bank, carry one leg. Yes. Listen. If you think you can't carry your wife because she's not like occupied till I come, push her, fall her on the ground and fall on top of her. Tell Junior, come and count. 1, 2, 3. These are play you can play and things will still move on. Relax. Why are you too serious? Why are you too serious? That's how you are doing your face like that, like a car that is bringing out smoke. That's a car, like a car that has bad engine. God help your ministry. If care is not taken, they will take you to the theater to help your emotions. Yes, so okay, who have told you that you can't play with your wife? My husband is too big, I can't play with him. Tickle him, my sister, go and tickle him. Go and tickle him. He may shout at you at the first time, it's because you have never done it. You have never done it. That's why he may shout at you. If you do it consistently, he will see it as a part of the marriage and accept it. You will tell jokes. I don't like jokes. I don't like jokes. I like when you are serious. No, my sister, you go learn. You go learn. If not, they will take you to clinical. Oh God. They will take you to the back of Gesundheit Central. Oh God of mercy. Oh God of mercy. Your case will soon be called to a meeting. They will soon take you to Central Hospital. God bless your ministry. Yes, so you go like Joko. Because marriage, we must not be serious. In order for this marriage to work, listen, these things are things that every marriage must do. If your husband is not funny, my sister, be funny. Listen. One of the ways to help people that have anger issues. God, thank you for this revelation. One of the ways to help people with anger issues is being funny. Me, before I got married, if I vex my mother, my own mama, she's annoyed. She's afraid. My mother used to say I have lion heart. She told me face to face that I have lion heart. My sister, my brother, if I hold on to vaccination and seriousness, the lion in me will come outside. It better I hold on to Omomo, leave me to play and let the lion sleep, because you don't want to see it. Oh God. The best way to help a person that have anger issues is to be funny. My brother, your wife has anger issues. Be funny or become a comedian. Yes, so when not necessary, listen to my words. Listen to my words accordingly. When not necessary, even when it is not important, bring up a joke that will make her laugh. Oh, my brother, you don't know. You think your own office is just to make money. No, you are making a mistake. You are making a mistake. Your own office is not just to make money. Your own is not just to go and work. You are to build the home. That's why I always beg for men to come to this platform, because men build home with ease than women. God bless you. God bless you. You are laughing too much now. We need to be serious. Be serious. Okay. God bless you. The next one, how to retrigger, how to reestablish how to re-establish intimacy in marriages. Give more time to your spouse than electronics. Okay? Give more time to your spouse than what? Electronics. Give more time to your spouse than electronics. When they are not there, you can use the electronics. But once they are there, minimize the use of electronics. How to re-establish intimacy and closeness in marriage. Okay? Spend more time with your spouse than electronics. Don't let electronics take the joy of your marriage. Don't let Instagram take the joy of your marriage. Don't let your business online take the joy of your marriage. Don't let your business online take the joy of your marriage. Because you are making the money for your marriage to increase the joy of your marriage. You need your marriage much more than that business. A sound marriage is much more better than a sound pocket. Listen, a sound marriage is much more better than a sound pocket. Yes. A sound marriage is more better than a sound pocket. If you have the two, to the glory be to God. Glory be to God is lovely, but you must walk the two in equilibrium. Okay? God bless you richly. Another way to re-establish love in marriage, I think I've said it, create fun list. Play most times. Play. Stop saying you are not a baby anymore. Did you not play when you were a kid? No, play continues. Play more. Okay? Play more. Cuddle yourselves. That's why I said marriages. I don't advise married couples to have 2 different bedrooms. You know why? You know that time when you are sleeping naked, not wearing clothes. You wear jeans. God the Father, God the Son, God the Holy Spirit, and you are sleeping for what? We are not together. No, we are not together. You are, in fact, you are in 3-bedroom flat. I'm on my own. Yes. You wear God the Father, God the Son, God the Holy Spirit, and I am there. We are not together. You are in your different apartments. It's just that physically we are in the same bed, but inside you are in 3-bedroom flat, far apart from each other. You don't know? Should I tell you? You know that time when you are naked, the both of you are naked, you are lying down on the same bed, and that cold of 12 midnight comes and you cuddle yourselves. Yes. That cold of 12 midnight, no matter how the weather can be during the day, that cold of 12 midnight must come. Yes. And you cuddle yourself. That time when your body temperature begin to warm each other. No wonder the Bible said it is better for 2 to be alone, to be together, than for one. Because when the 2 are together, they warm each other. Yes, it's not only in winter, even in summer. Because in summer, that cold of 12 midnight doesn't respect summer. Yes, it doesn't respect summer. I tell you the truth. That time when the both of you are naked and one has become the heater and the other is the recipient. Oh God, have mercy. Yes, you are building bond. You don't know. Cuddle yourselves. Cuddle what? Play together. Play what? Together. I've talked about this several occasions. Massage yourselves. Okay? Yes. Cuddle yourselves. Make use of the Pillow Pro. Yeah, because every man needs the Pillow Pro. The Pillow Pro. I told you there are 2 pillows in a house. One pillow, the first pillow is the one on the bed. The other pillow is the one on the chest. That is, one is the pillow and the other one is the Pillow Pro. Yes, so make use of the Pillow Pro. Cuddle him. You are building. Yes, so he may be thinking he's the man of the house. We know, but the Pillow Pro is important. Yes, make use of the Pillow Pro. Cuddle him. Doesn't make him doesn't make him a baby, doesn't make him foolish. Yes, you are building bonds. Okay, and the Lord bless you richly in the name of Jesus Christ. Okay, draw out your dream goals together. Draw up a dream the both of you will achieve together. Yes. Draw out a goal the both of you will do things together. Do what? Things together. Are you entering into a project? Enter it together. Even if you are the man doing it, let her emotions be in it. Let her mind be in it. Do things together. If you are watching messages, watch it together. Watch messages together. Okay? Watch what? Messages together. Plan a goal together. Do what? Plan a goal together. A goal to achieve. Enter into projects together. Enter into what? Projects together. Even if it's one of the spouse that is fully into it, but let the other spouse be into the business emotionally. Okay, let them be into the business also. Okay, God bless you richly. Okay, God bless you. God bless you. Let me talk about art. I think over time I've talked about some art that can increase your intimacy. Art that can increase your intimacy. Kissing is one of them. Kissing is one of them. At least kiss. You and your spouse does not mean it's not only in relationship that they kiss. In marriage they kiss. Even when you people are 76, 82. Kiss. Yes. Enter into deep kissing. Yes, so don't say I'm a man of God. I'm a man of God, no kissing. No, that does not make you carnal. It doesn't make you carnal at all. It doesn't make you carnal. It doesn't disturb you from being the great man of God, the great healing. It doesn't prevent you, stop you from entering into the healing ministry. No. Instead, it brings you close. The more, listen, the more love you have for your spouse, the more you can be trusted with things about God. You know, okay, let me leave it because we are not in the church and I'm not talking about the things of the church. But for the sake of those ministers that are watching me, yes, Jesus said, husband, love your wife as Jesus loved the church. Husband, love your wife as Jesus, meaning that before you love the church, you must love your wife. Before you give out, you must give to your marriage. Are you giving love out? You must give first, in extreme, in excess to your marriage. Yes. Yes. You must give out. You must give first to your marriage. Avoid the error of parenting. Avoid giving more time to your children than your spouse. Avoid what? Giving more time to your children than your spouse. Listen, doesn't mean you shouldn't love your children. No. If I have 100% capacity to give out love, if I give my wife 60%, it simply means I love my wife more. Yes. If I have money and I must give out to both people, to my wife and children, I should give out to my wife more than my children. Vice versa. Because listen, let me solve this mathematics for you. 100% capacity to give out love on both sides. You give out 40% to your children. It may not be enough. And you give out 60% to your spouse. And your spouse do the same thing. They give you 60% of their love and give 40% to their children. If you calculate the amount of love your children are gaining from both parties, from both spouse, they are gaining together 80% love. 80%. And two of you are just managing 60 rather. Two of you are just managing 60. Yes. Because I've told you, I think was it last week, I told you we should correct this mentality of saying I am in the marriage because of my children. No, you are not in the marriage because of your children. No, you are not in the marriage because of your children. That's a mentality that many people have in marriage that must be corrected. You are not in the marriage because of your children. Yes. Yes. If you have that mentality, you will not see any reason to reconcile issues with your spouse. Why I say no to divorce is because if you hold on to that you can divorce when the marriage is not working again, you will not see any reasons to make your marriage work. You will not see reasons to apologize when you go wrong, or when your spouse even go wrong and they are not finding reasons to apologize. You will not see reasons to be humble. You will know what? You will not see reasons to be humble. You will not see reasons to be submissive to your husband. Yes. If you hold on to that in marriage, when the marriage is not working, you quit. You will not see reasons to be humble. You will not see reasons to be submissive. You will not see reason to stay in your marriage. You will not see reason. Because immediately you start having issue with your husband, you start answering all those men on YouTube, on Facebook, on Instagram, that the thunder of God will bend their neck. Immediately you start having issue with your spouse, you start chatting more on Facebook and on Instagram and all those social medias. Yes, and you are watching me now. You are married, yet you are in dating. You have a dating app. You are the problem to yourself. You are married, you have a dating app in your phone. You are the problem to yourself. You will never see any reason to make your marriage work, because you are already flirting with other people that are not your spouse. You are already admiring mirage husbands. Yes, there are people that they are not married to those people, but they are married in their mind. That's why I say no to divorce on this platform. If you come here, I will never tell you about divorce. I will never. If you want to ask me how to divorce, you will not hear it from me. That area I will fail you. Because if we hold on to that, you will not see any reason to make your marriage work. Yes. A particular girl, I posted something, and a particular girl said many people are dying in marriages because we preach no divorce in marriage, no divorce in this. No, it is such a type of person that is a disaster in marriage. You see, your knowledge can define your attitude in marriage. Your knowledge can define your attitude in marriage. I posted a short Nollywood video of a woman that the daughter came and began to say, packed her things from the husband's house and came to the house, and the mother locked the gate and said she will never enter, and she began to say, but mama, he cheated on me, I got him with a woman in the house. And the mother said, is that all? Go back to your husband's house. Do you know how many times I caught your father with another woman, yet I stayed and the marriage worked? And you people are saying my husband, my father and mother did not divorce, they lived a happy life. Do you know how many times I caught him? If I divorced that time, you wouldn't have been such a happy lady you are now. If I ran away from your father that time, I caught him with another woman severally on the bed. There are levels of joy that you wouldn't have attained to. You may have a stepfather, but he is not your father. Your child may have a stepmother, but it's not the mother. That is the common truth that we have failed to tell ourselves. Your child may have a stepfather that is doing well, giving them everything, but there is an area in their heart that is looking for their true father. Yes. There is an area in their heart that is looking for their real mother. Yes. 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 This is one truth that we have failed to tell ourselves. We begin to romance it, and you will find joy. You will to some extent, because that thing you are running from in your first marriage is what you are looking up to, you are running into. You may get it, but there are things that this your first marriage is giving you that the other one may not give you. Yes. Have you seen cases where divorced people begin to still chat their ex-husband even when they are married? They begin to chat their ex-husband. Why? Because why did they quit that marriage? They quit because there is something they are hunting for, and that thing they are hunting for, they saw it another man, they say it's love. And when they say it's love, they get into that, they quit this one, they get into that one. They discover that thing they are hunting for, they have gotten it, but there is something this one is giving that one doesn't have. They begin to chat, they regret. Don't quit your marriage now. God bless you. We are talking about intimacy in marriage. When you develop intimacy in marriage, a time will come in your marriage, you become friends. You become what? You become friends. You become inseparable. Even when you are far apart, your heart is together. Even when you are far apart, your heart is together. God bless you. Okay? Even when you are far apart, listen, I will say this again. Intimacy is not what your husband will give to you, it's what you will build on your own. Intimacy is not what your wife will give to you, like submissiveness. No, you have to act to earn it. You have to what? Act to earn it. Intimacy is not what your husband will give to you. You have to act to earn it. You have to what? Act to earn it. It is not what your wife will give to you. Stop saying, my husband doesn't communicate. My husband doesn't talk. My husband. No. You can act to earn it. During sex, act and earn intimacy. Act and earn intimacy. Hear this. Act and earn intimacy. I've said on this platform, women, get Vaseline. Get Vaseline. You and Vaseline, you people are not quarreling. You people are not quarreling. Every quarrel between you and Vaseline, every quarrel between you and Vaseline and lip gloss, every quarrel between the both of you, I decree that quarrel scatter in Jesus' name. Get Vaseline, rub in your lips. Let your lips be soft. It is not only when you were in relationship that your lips should be soft. As a man, accept Vaseline. In fact, get your own Vaseline in your pocket. Get it. It is not only, it doesn't make you carnal. It doesn't make you carnal, my brother, at all. It doesn't make you woman rapper. Who told you? It don't at all, my brother. It doesn't make you. It instead, it enhances effectiveness in kissing. It enhances connectivity. Not you are kissing, your mouth is like sandpaper waiting now. Na quarrel.